All right, thank you. So we're living in an exceptional age right now where we're sharing the planet with some of the most intelligent and complex species ever manifested through evolution. But our activities, in particular our consumptive practices, are having real negative impacts on many of these species. I wanted to introduce my partner, Akos Ledecki. He's at Vanderbilt University, as mentioned, and has done a lot of the engineering behind the solution I'm going to talk to you today. My work is focused more on the animal ecology, the elephant ecology side of this story. Let's see if I can figure this thing out. So we've been doing tracking of animals across the world, really, and development of tracking technologies to give us insight into real-time information on what animals are up to. This elephant is wearing a collar right here, and that's feeding wireless information to us that we can access and process to understand what's going on. Akos has been developing gunshot detecting systems for the US military, and we've come together to integrate these two technologies to offer a novel solution to this pressure that we're facing with wildlife. I wanted to thank Vodafone for this opportunity and the support for this project and this unique opportunity for us to speak to such a dynamic group of individuals. I've been working for 20 years in Africa on elephants, and I've come to recognize and understand the intimacy and the intelligence and the sentience of elephants as a species. They're really a remarkable animal. Unfortunately, over the last 7 years, I've had to witness the price of ivory poaching on these animals. And this shows you images of individuals that I've known, identified individually, have been following individually, some of them watching them get born, mature, start their own families, and ultimately end their fate at the hand of man, killed for their ivory. We've been working to find solutions to this, including quantifying the scale of this problem. And we found that tens of thousands of elephants are being killed for their ivory per year right now as we're standing here. This is a serious impact on the species, the ecosystems, the socioeconomics of those communities relying on tourism. This image highlights the problem areas, red being most severe poaching, green being those that are better. And many of these areas are extremely remote, very hard to operate in systems, some of them in countries that are highly dysfunctional. So we have a lot of challenges if we're going to find a solution to this. This is a picture of me with a matriarch of a family. They're highly social species, elephants, that was shot 3 weeks ago in northern Kenya. And I was saying goodbye to this particular individual. So this is a very tangible problem we're facing, and we're trying to discover ways to change the game on how we approach anti-poaching efforts. One of the key approaches we found is using tracking technology, using this radio collars to get intimate information on the individuals. And I just want to show you how we apply these collars and put them on animals. And it looks like my sound's not linked in.
Our range is concerned. Okay. People don't come in contact with them a lot. So those few collars in there, the most remote part of our sort of range will help us to understand better, what is going on. Within 1.5 days, we achieved to collar 4 elephants.
So we've been working to develop software platforms to visualize these data and interact with these data. And one of them is called the Domain Awareness System that we're working with Paul Allen's Vulcan group to develop. And this allows you to see real-time animal movements as well as anti-poaching assets and coordinate them on the ground for more effective intervention. We also have a tracking app that's phone-based that gives us interface with this data real-time so we can see what's going on with the animal. And we've fitted these collars with a number of sensors, including an immobility system and accelerometry-based data to give us idea of behaviors that indicate risk or other things of interest. And this information gets processed on the cloud, analyzed real-time signal processing techniques, and then disseminated to individuals that need that information. So either through phone, SMS messages, email, whatever your preferred communication channel is. these approaches are helping us, but they're not real-time enough. They're not helping us do effective intervention. Many are delayed. Some of them are error-prone. And so we've integrated this gunshot detector system onto the collar to give us immediate information on risk and allow us to respond real time to these events and get in there and deal with intervention with these criminals on the ground very quickly. This is the same technology that local police systems and our military are using operationally globally. So we're just integrating this into the conservation community, which we tend to be drawing technologies and solutions from broader either cell phone or military installations to figure out, because we can't develop these on our own. We don't have the assets to develop these on our own. Anyway, I thank you for your time and attention, and appreciate your guys' support and appreciate hearing all the exciting ideas everybody's working on here.